Our local Habitat for Humanity had some exciting news today. Today, the City of Fresno announced an investment to turn a blighted lot into a new housing partnership with our friends over at Habitat. Here to explain more on this awesome news, we've got the CEO of Habitat for Humanity for the greater Fresno area, Mr. Matthew Grundy. Good to see you, Matthew.
Good to see you as always, Stephanie.
Oh, you're so positive and cheery, and you deserve good things, and this is a great thing that you guys talked about today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so there was a press conference this morning. Take us there. What went down?
All right, so what went down? You know, this is, we're coming out of spring into summer, and you know there's always good stuff happening at Habitat. At Habitat, we're just a community organization, so this is like all of us sharing in good news, right? So today we were at in South West Fresno on the corner of Amador and B Street, where we're partnering with the City of Fresno and Republic Services and several others to essentially revitalize and build 4 new homes right there on the corner for 4 fortunate families.
That's amazing, and I know we have some before pictures. What was this lot? There was a fire?
Yeah, so essentially this was a blighted lot with some old homes on it that essentially 3 of those burnt down, and so it became a little bit of a public nuisance. And like Habitat does, we came to the table and said, hey, we'd love to help restore that area. And so this is infill development, which is something we're committed to in the City of Fresno, and particularly in Southwest Fresno, where there's so much need.
Yes.
And so this is an exciting opportunity to turn something that was not so good into something that's great for 4 families.
It's just wonderful. So at the press conference today, did you have families there?
Yeah, okay.
And you told those families?
Okay, yeah, so here's the cool news. So,
I think we see some
tears.
tears.
You see the tears? Yep, those tears are the result of 4 families coming to think they're just being a part of the process. Little do they know, we would stand there with mayor and several community leaders, and we surprised them on the spot to say, hey, you've been selected as the next Habitat partner homeowner. So
isn't that so special? I mean, seeing those cheers, that true emotion, what went through your heart?
Just thankfulness. We're again just one spoke in the wheel in this wonderful community. It takes all of us, because at Habitat we have this vision that everyone deserves a decent place to call home. We don't care where you're from, who you are, any social identifier you might have on yourself. We believe that everyone deserves to have the opportunity to realize the American dream.
Yeah.
So moments like that where you're seeing little children with their parents and their grandparents excited that they're going to be able to buy their own home. It's going to create stability for them to learn, that leads to future job opportunities, that leads ultimately for them to amass generational wealth and avoid health issues. All those things become a reality. And in that community in particular, Southwest Fresno, there's a 20-year delta in life expectancy by being born there versus being born in Northeast Fresno.
I've heard that.
Within one city. So the fact that we're able to invest in that community, it says a lot, and we're excited about all the work that's going to start with those 4.
That is so special. Yeah. Tell folks, if they're not familiar, I love this motto, that you guys give a hand up, not a hand out.
That's right. So at Habitat, one of the misnomers out there is that we give homes away. No way. We essentially help families obtain an affordable home by buying their own home through a lower than market rate interest. And instead of putting a down payment, they actually go out there and have to work on their own home and what we call sweat equity. So these families are going to spend 500 hours working not only on their own home, but their neighbor's home.
Oh, neat.
And in exchange for that, they're going to get an affordable loan. They'll be able to buy their home and help impact the community. Yes,
and talk about when you see these families walk through the doors of their new home. That just must be so special.
Yeah, it's very special because each of these families, to qualify, they have to currently be living in substandard housing conditions. That means they're living in a situation where there's overcrowding, or there's health or safety issues, or there's gang activity in the area. So they're coming from places that look really bad, and then they're going into a completely new situation where volunteers that they don't even know are going to come out and participate. Donors they've never met are going to donate towards their home, and they're really going to see the love of this community towards them. So it's a game changer.
Well, speaking of donors, this just shows how important it is to support Habitat 24/7, because this was from your donor fund, right, that you were able to do this partnership?
Yeah, so this is a $1 million investment that is going into this particular area. It's a partnership between our own donor fund that's raised by generous donors, like many of you who are watching or listening right now, coupled with the City of Fresno and their partnership. And then beyond these 4 homes, we partner with Republic Services on this project, where they've committed, and they awarded us today $80,000 to provide minor beautification to 30 homes in the community. So this is like everyone coming together, playing their part and helping families.
Oh, I love it. And talk about, I know you said said this before, even if a neighborhood is painted up, what happens, the crime, if someone just paints a fence, crime goes down.
It makes a big difference. You know, we have a wonderful former Fresno PD detective sits on our board, and he said, you know, one of the major neighborhood deterrents to crime is actually cut lawns.
Yeah.
And so one of our programs called Acts of Kindness is where we literally go door to door to residents and neighbors and say, can we mow your lawn? Can we wipe your windows? Can we pick your weeds? We just love you, no strings attached.
Yes, yes.
And folks come together, and we do that work twice a week. So if you're watching or listening in, you can visit us at habitatfresno.org, and you can sign up to participate in our Acts of Kindness.
Acts of Kindness. Well, imagine that. Little beautifying projects make such a big difference.
Yeah.
This space being totally transformed, I can only imagine is going to be huge. Okay, well, that was so special that we got to see the families. So 4 families today learned they're getting new homes that they're working for.
Yep.
And that was all thanks to you and these awesome partnerships.
Well,
so,
it's all of us.
Habitat.
Teamwork,
I know, it's
teamwork.
everybody.
Everyone.
Everybody. But we're so glad you're here to share with us. So thank you for sharing that moment with us. Super special.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, Matthew.